So you got your track ready, you're going to deliver it to your distributor, but is it loud enough? Let's find out. Let's get to work.
Jimmy, make music.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jimmy Make Music. Today we're going to talk about how to deliver your masters to a music distributor. So all of these music streaming services want you to hit certain targets of loudness. They're called LUFS, L-U-F-S. It's really just a measurement of loudness. It stands for loudness units relative to full scale. All the streaming services like to hit different standards, but we're going to find a sweet spot for you so you can have one master to deliver to all of them. For example, Spotify wants you to hit a negative 14 dB integrated LUFS, and that's at a minus 1 dB true peak. So what does all that mean? Let's take a look. The first thing you want to do is download and install this LUFS meter. It's really just a loudness meter. It installs as a plugin, and you can get it for free at Youlean.co. There's a free version and a paid version. Obviously, the paid version gives you more features. For the purposes of this video, we're just going to use the free version. Let's go into this session I got working, and we'll take a listen. You want to take that Youlean plugin and just pop it in as the last effect on your master chain. Once you have it open, start playing your track. And what I'm looking at are these top two numbers here. This is what's happening right then and there at the playhead. And this integrated number is the one that we want to keep close eye on. So for Spotify, you want this to be at negative 14. Again, that's at negative 1 dB. So at the same time as you have this Youlean plugin running, open up whatever limiter you're using. It's a lot of gain on this. And make sure your output ceiling is at negative 1 and your true peak is detected. All right, now it doesn't matter what DAW you're using. You're going to have some type of limiter that you can adjust these parameters in. And as your track plays, you want to take a look, keep an eye on this number because you don't want this to get too low or too high. So we're shooting for this number to be at negative 14 and your output ceiling's at negative 1. Another thing you want to make sure of, go to the loudest part of your track where you have the most stuff going on and make sure that the LUFS are where you want them to be. I'm in and around negative 14, so I like where that sits right now. So if you start pulling that gain up a lot, you might want to go back into your mix and isolate some sounds, because the more you gain this up with your limiter, it's just going to sound crunchy. So let's fast forward a little bit. Imagine we are done with this track. I got the LUFS where I want them. So once you're done, you get to a spot that you like, you're hitting your targets, you want to export or bounce that track as a WAV file. Then you're going to go to this website. It's called loudnesspenalty.com. So what this site does is show you how much your track is going to be penalized on each streaming service. So I'm going to select the file. I'm going to upload this mix I just did. And as you see, I'm not penalized that much. Apple does the most here, apparently. But this will give you a compare and contrast. You can even listen to what it's going to sound like on here. So if these numbers start to get pushed down into the negative 3s, negative 4s, 5, 6, if they're really having to turn your stuff down, you have to go back into that mix and fix that up. Because once you deliver your song to the streaming services, it's going to sound like crap. You have to remember that the streaming services are trying to make everyone's track sound a little bit the same. They're going to normalize everybody. So in order for your track to compete and sound like it's supposed to be there, you want to make sure these numbers are right. You're going to run into big issues when you start posting these things online and your track is compressed and it doesn't sound like how you made it. These sites transcode and make so many different versions of your record that it starts to change the sound a little bit. So you want to play their game. You have to. That's just a quick tidbit, my 2 cents on how to master for streaming services. I hope this video helped you out a little bit. If it did, drop a like, let me know. All right, till the next one, guys. Peace.
Jimmy, make music.